You've been a better friend to me than I deserve, John. Thank you.
Why Watson saved Jessica instead of Sherlock? Are Sherlock and Alice dead? These are the two main questions that are rumbling in viewers' mind. So in this video, I will answer them and also explain you the ending of the show. So without wasting any more time, let's jump right into it. And before that, hit the subscribe button and press the bell icon to never miss a video from us. The linen man utters a chant and the rip widens. It seems that there has been some kind of a deal between Sherlock and the linen man. Beatrice is haunted by her mother's memory since being touched by the linen man. However, Jessica succeeds to instill some courage in her, and together they embark upon a journey to vanquish the evil from the face of the city. When they reach the tunnel, the devil is already at work, and as the energy releases from the rip into the mortal world, the crew is forced to face their deepest fear. While Billy is haunted by the dead owner of the warehouse, Bee is grief-stricken for her mother, and Leo bleeds through her nostrils and ears. Jessica pursues the linen man, whose attempts to getting into Jessica's mind turns on its heads as Jessica enters his memories. His past trauma overwhelms him and he falls from the cliff, embracing death. However, it was not him who opened the rip. With the death of the linen man, the dreadful illusion disappears. The tunnel collapses, separating Bee, Jessica, and Watson from the rest of the team. Billy's leg is seemingly broken and the boys head towards the cellar, while the sister and Watson go into the chamber where the rip is active. The rip keeps widening as the streets of London give an infernal appearance, with the enraged people slaughtering and devouring each other. Further activity is seen around the rip, from where an unscathed Alice emerges. Bee and Jess are ecstatic to meet their mother in person, but the dynamic changes when Jess confronts her mother. It is Alice who has opened the rip in an attempt to travel to this world. She wants the separate worlds to merge, which would befriend death of its meaning. Alice tries to convince the rest, but the group is conflicted. While Beatrice and Sherlock do not mind, Jessica and John are wise to understand the reality-bending implication of the event. Jessica wanted to sacrifice herself for the greater good, but Sherlock ultimately becomes the martyr. Alice goes into the rip and Sherlock follows her. Watson and Beatrice manages to pull Jessica out of the rip because it closes forever. The world is saved, and in an epilogue, Leo has to go back to his own glamorous life. It is price he has to pay for saving Billy, and Bee can only be grateful at the humble gesture. Spike confides in Jess about the greatest fear, and they come closer. Bee goes over to Watson's in an attempt to look for closure, where she breaks down in tears. Throughout the series, Sherlock is seen as a broken man living in locked rooms of his memory. After the transcendence of Alice to the spirited world, Sherlock has been devastated, and for the past 10 years, he has chosen to drown his sorrow in hints of opium. We know that Watson was responsible for the moment of rupture. He accidentally opened the rip, and when Alice got pulled into the vortex, he chooses to save Sherlock instead. While Watson has taken care of his love Sherlock since the disappearance of Alice, he couldn't fill the blank space in Sherlock's heart. In the finality of the events, when Alice appears in her mortal form, she is a ghost, a thing of the past. However, Sherlock is overjoyed to have her back despite the red signals. When Alice's plans to merge the world is disapproved by Jessica, she has no option but to go back to the netherworld. Sherlock has not learned to let go, and he must follow Alice on the journey to purgatory. Sherlock becomes an Orpheus in his pursuit of love. However, Watson has learned the hard way that holding someone from his destiny can have devastating implications. He would not make the same mistake twice. Therefore, at the last time, he gives in to the pleading of Bee and chose to save Jessica instead of Sherlock. As Sherlock follows Alice into the abyss of the Rip, it feels as if the Rip is closed forever. Sherlock is literally superhero of money, and the genius of the Sherlock has been duly paid homage in the web series. The Rip, therefore, is the Rip of Sherlock as well. Arthur Conan Doyle had to revive Sherlock after killing him in the final problem, thanks to the insane fan base uproar that followed it. Sherlock has been revived many times since, through TV dramas, fanfiction, and film franchise. He is, after all, the mythical guru of detectives, fictional or otherwise. Seen from the perspective, the series is also the fractional destruction of the Sherlock Holmes franchise. The brilliant detective of sharp wit and precise scientific knowledge has been taken to a world of demons and supervillains in temporal flux. In a final scene from the narrative, the crew gathers in front of the obituary of Alice, where there is not a grave for Sherlock Holmes because he will remain alive in the hearts of many readers. Alice, who is central to the plot, has a grave without a body in it. The absent presence of Alice haunts the whole narrative of the series, and it seems as if the series was made to give the possibility of the family to Sherlock. Alice comes alive in the last episode, only to mark a finality of the chapter by taking Sherlock into her realm. Will they try to make the way back through the portal? Sadly enough, that depends on the parent network of Netflix. While the Rip gets closed, Alice and Sherlock will hopefully have the happily ever after in the extended universe of Holmes franchise. What are your thoughts over it? Tell me in the comment section, and if you like this video, hit the like button, and for more such content like this, subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon.